Most Giovannis follow the Path of Bones, an intellectual, scholarly path that was designed by the founder of the Cappadocian clan, Cappadocius himself. The purpose of this path is to discover as much as one can about the secrets of death and life, although, due to the nature of vampires, it focuses more on death, and the transition between the two states, as well as any power that can be gained through such study. While the majority of Giovanni are on the Path of Bones, there is some diversity within the clan, unlike the Cappadocians, who for much of their history were dominated by the path death created by their founder. Only in recent years has there been something of a schism, or rather two. First, the children of Lazarus, as a result of the fabled and secretive Feast of Follies, have broken away from the main clan and begun to follow a different road towards death, one that acknowledges Cappadocius's supposed rejection, and the second comes from the master of the clan himself, who has begun to worship not death itself, but Christ through the resurrection, and seeks power through this new faith. Hello and welcome, Canaanites, kindred, and other children of the night. We are here once again with our Giovanni Countess, Lucretia. We are going to begin today with marriages. Yes, because we need to see if we can get a knight or two. In fact, I was looking ahead of time, and there is an older woman in here. We could go after Cecile here, or we could go after Beatrice. Beatrice is old, but we don't... She's too old probably to make children. There's a small chance Cecile might make a child, but it's not a thing that we're aiming for anyway, and it's unlikely. If we take Cecile, though, and marry her to this guy, our Marshal, we can hope that maybe if we ghoul her, she'll have a child. So I think this is the better choice. She's not quite as good, but she's better than most of the people we have, so let's bring her in. Now, if we look at our women, first thing you're going to notice is most of our women are nuns. That is the one major disadvantage of picking clergy all the time. Maybe we should do some peasants, but it always feels like the peasants shouldn't be as good, you know? Of course, people on our path don't marry, so we can't marry her. And this is the only woman that we can marry. She's quite old, so she won't have any kids. Not a lot of point in using her to try to bring in a trait. So this 4 is literally the best knight that's available, which is kind of interesting. We could do a sum of all skills and just bring in somebody who might be generally useful. But no. Well, I mean, maybe. Yeah, let's bring him in. We might find a use for his genius trait later, and she won't live forever. He'll still have some years of his life left when she dies. Let's get started. So this new woman, we need to look at our champions here. We just need to see how things are going. We have no successor for you, right? Yeah. So that's fine because she's not going anywhere. We hope she's not going anywhere. Our new knight here, Cecile, is stronger than her husband, which is not actually surprising. Gonna forbid everybody below 8. 8 is a rough minimum. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I may have to try to bring us some warriors up here, because this is not great. I just don't think we'll be able to afford them anyway. And our goal with her is going to be to ghoulify her. I think we can afford it. Let's do that. And then we're going to invite champions, even though I don't know if we'll be able to pay any of them when they come. But we have to try. Our first champion has arrived. Alright, it is a 31-year-old woman with a 7 prowess. That is below our minimum. How much would it cost to recruit her? 35 gold. We might be in a money problem with this whole thing. So overall, the results of reading the Book of Nod again has given us a small amount of stress, but regained us some piety, which I think is great. Second champion has arrived. She is inside the limit. She would cost us 30 gold. Of course, our low county control has caused us to have problems. That's fine, we're doing our best with it, so let's actually recruit her. Actually, let's wait till the third one shows up and see what they all are compared to each other. So hunting here, we got some more experience from our herd. Blood. So it is time to drink. Sanguine. Let's hunt from our new warrior. Where is she at? The one we're about to make a ghoul. Her. We shall hunt from her. The final champion has arrived, and she is a 10. That is what we're going to take her if she's not stupidly expensive. Let's see. We will take her. Great. And now, let's see how she does. Wince. She got necromancy of all things. All right. Well, if she was better, that might make her a potential child. Reach of the Masquerade. So here we go. Prowess challenge. We have a 93% chance of killing her. Now, the thing is, it's actually a sin on the actual version of the Road of... It's a very high-level sin, but it is still a sin on the Road of Bones to not kill somebody when the opportunity presents itself. As in, not just like killing anyone you could kill, but when there's like gain to be gotten from it. So it seems like we would probably do this. Is she important? Nah. I don't think so. This isn't a sin for us. This is actually good for us. The 6% chance I get wounded, but that doesn't seem like a lot. Let's do it. Okay. So we have killed her. Our Masqurade did not get worse. We've gained our first discipline point. Look at us. She's so beautiful. Look at her. I can't even. Okay, so Corrosive Vitae gives us a better way of covering the Masqurade and gives us some siege. It makes like sieges faster, which is pretty cool. Corrosive Vitae it is. So we now have our very first point in a discipline, and it is Blood Sorcery. We are in fact an Abyssal Sorcerer. We should, I think, now be able to learn some blood sorceries. In order to get them, we have to purchase them with XP. So let's see. Path of Blood, Path of Mars, Neptune's Might, Path of Curses, Focused Mind, Prapiti, and Music of the Spheres are what they have available. Well, I mean, Path of Focused Mind is good. What does Readiness do? Find yourself never surprised and always prepared. You are aware for 4 years. Oh, that's like actually particularly useful to us. Do we do this? What do the other ones give you? The second one gives us centering. So if we purchase, we can grab readiness. That's really cool. We want to try this right now. What's the chance we succeed? 65%? Let's do it. We are aware for 4 years. Great. We have done our first act of magic, giving us a better diplomacy, making our relations with the people around us a little bit better. Ah, wonderful. Now let's look at our new ghoul here. Because she got a discipline, even though it was the weirdest discipline she could get, she should be 1 stronger now. as a ghoul, maybe she'll have a child. Maybe the ghoul, because it freezes them in time in their age. So maybe I don't know if it has an effect. I can't remember if in this mod it has an effect on fertility. I know that being a revenant makes you fertile for many more years, but that's because revenants just straight increase your life while ghouls freeze you in place. New cultural era. We have hit the high medieval. Now, let's see. The Book of Nod. We're not going to read that right now. Let's look in here at our culture. So, we don't have enough prowess to do anything there, but we were actually looking at high medieval because I was thinking, instead of just chasing chronicle writing, which is okay, and getting it in 7 years, I was thinking we could maybe use something here that could be a little different. Advanced bowmaking, because crossbowmen might be cool. Like, chasing after this, it'd be 32 years, but in a vampire's existence, that's not too long. Let's stay with chronicle writing till it gets done, though. That also gives us some time to get better at the stuff that we're trying to get better at. Good, so we have hunted from her. Take a drink, she will weaken, but be fine. Oh, melancholy. We definitely need melancholy. That's interesting. We're just gonna immediately go up to here and go to our... Where's our herd? We will manipulate our herd. Who should we drop? Phlegmatic. So, of the disciplines we have, which is the one we need the least? Yeah, we don't need to chase celerity right now, so I think we're gonna get rid of that. Certify you, because we definitely need your blood. Okay, that should help us out. Help us out a lot. Mind and body. The further I delve into my studies, the more apparent the link between mind and body becomes. Too much worry can make you sick. My wise friend, Court Chaplain Constancia, journals about her worries and swears it eases her mind. I have also read about the benefits of vigorous movement to soothe frayed nerves. Okay, so we have a 50% chance of getting athletic, or we can just straight up get journaler. Now, journaler is... I think, yeah, point of learning. I think we would value journaler more, and there's no chance of missing it, so definitely do that. Virtuoso performance. My friend Albina is so talented, renowned across the land as a truly brilliant fighter. Her swordsmanship is questioned by none. Watching the way she attacks a training dummy in the courtyard with all the vigor and grace of a true master would strike fear into the hearts of even the wiliest of duelists. Perhaps I can ask her to give me some tips and tricks on that area of expertise. 30% chance that I get a point of prowess. So any chance to get a point of permanent ability we should go after. So let's hit this, and we got it! Permanent prowess, thank you very much. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. He is losing so much blood. Where's the physician? The healer is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. Suddenly, as if he stepped out of thin air. He probably did step literally out of thin air. Duke Ambrogino Giovanni is at my side. He rolls up his sleeves and looks at me. This is weird, because this is actually possibly what is the right choice for someone on Ossium, but they are not acknowledging that because it's a standard event. So instead we're gonna go with the learning choice. We can do this ourselves, where we have an 84% chance. Now this makes a lot of sense, actually. He would lose a small amount of liking of us. I'm pretty sure that it won't matter, because I think we're way above. We're not way above, but we are definitely quite a bit above, so we can handle losing 10 with him. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll handle this ourselves. And we did it. Not only did we get the high learning experience, but we also challenged we used our knowledge to challenge death. Maybe not our own death, but his. We probably learned a lot about how life and death are connected through this little event. Okay, we're gonna put this aside for now because this is a person, and we're going to deal with this. We need to take scholarly circles, which is going to make us quite a bit more smart, then one of your minor rivals has launched a reckless attack against the manor in Aquino. You are not entirely sure why. It seems that he had pawns in the family there, and they have been thoroughly cleansed by one member of the household named Thomas. This learned man wants to join the Dominican order and seems blessed by a superb intellect, already working on many new ideas for the church. In any case, his true faith burned your rival to a crisp, and you are now left with a mess to contend with. Since there have been many witnesses, Thomas himself is unassailable, but you could start by making his mother disappear. Your agents think that the woman is actually a potential embrace candidate, having used some underhanded tactics to achieve her goals in the past. So, she's actually good. Particularly, I could use her stewardship on my council. I don't know if I would consider her for the embrace, but I would probably consider her for making a ghoul. I think we're gonna grab her. I think we are. You know, we could use the people, right? Taking him off of this position will make him upset. Just put me into a bit of a bind here. Mind you, he is a revenant. I should say he is a ghoul. Not a revenant. Oh, they have another child. Still just a ghoul, but a smart one. They're producing some pretty smart children. Good. My cousin, Countess Maria Asanasan, has honored me with a visit and brought one of her courtiers along. Ooh, a courtier. Ooh. Ooh. She's an excellent warrior. I don't have 350 prestige. Prestige debt? It's gonna be big prestige debt too. I think I gotta do the prestige debt. I don't think I have a choice. Because I need the warrior badly, and I can't turn away a 20 prowess. But that's gonna mean lots of prestige debt. And I want to turn that other lady into a ghoul, which is even more prestige debt. Let's do it. I think we gotta. So much prestige debt. I don't know how we're gonna get out of prestige debt. And she's now in our herd, which is good. Okay, that's good. We've definitely increased our strength. Hold mystical communion, of course we will. By the might of my magic, I will seal their minds. 50% chance hunger increases. Well, we gotta hunt anyway. We haven't hunted recently, so that's a thing. Masqurade exposure will be reduced by a lot, potentially. Let's do it. We did not increase our hunger, and we successfully cleared our Masqurade problems up with the power of our dark magic. Things are starting to look good for us. I think she made the right choice in getting that dark magic first. Let's hunt, because we can't leave that behind. So let me see who we could potentially hunt from. This guy, I guess we'll hunt from him. Our military is definitely better, but that prestige debt is not helping us out. I don't know what we can really do about that. I think we should probably save up for a pilgrimage, or maybe we should be buying buildings? That's an interesting question. Blood. You have tracked your prey. You take the first bite, and he succumbs to the kiss. How much blood will you drink? We could use that sanguine. Okay, let's find someone else to hunt from. Always hunting. Always hunting. Let's hunt from our guest here. One of those warriors that we never hired. So our champions are probably much better now, I would guess. Our weakest champion, we can now forbid our martial. from fighting as a champion. That's actually kind of good, and that puts us at our weakest champion being this 9, our court chaplain. All right. Pretty good. Let's see if we can't improve our relationship with her. I think there's a lot we can do about that. We could arrange a marriage for her because she's not of a religion that doesn't marry. So looking at who she could possibly marry, I'd love to bring in another warrior. I don't believe in marriage, but if I have courtiers that can marry, I absolutely will marry them to bring in people that we could use. So let's just sort by prowess. I would prefer somebody relatively young, so they're kind of on our level. What is this guy? He's a feral. I'd prefer to marry her to someone with a similar religious background. That's not something I care about too much. Like, someone in Path of Humanity would probably be fine too. I don't think we would get along with somebody very well if they're on chivalry. Probably part of the reason why she doesn't like us is because she's on her religious path. I mean, plan is this guy. This guy's a Brujah. Prodigal, Irish Brujah. Yeah, let's bring him. Let's do it. And now that we've done that, let's our caravan master has died. I assume of age. Let's look in here at our people sorted by prowess. So this guy is now here. Now her. About him. What if I demand his conversion? He's close. I'm just trying to make it so she likes us a bit more, you know? Do I want to give him gold? No, I don't. I'm not doing anything with my sway right now, so we will sway. Because I can't make a ghoul out of that lady that we got, because we don't have the prestige for it. Phlegmatic. So here we are in Phlegmatic. The question is, we chase Dominate, or do we go Auspex is so good. We could always go this way first. It's hard to pass up Auspex as a first discipline to go down in Phlegmatic, simply because Scry the Soul is so good. But so is Forgetful Mind. And this stuff is good for getting people into your court and making your court better. I think Heightened Senses is good too. It makes you harder to kill. Makes it harder for your prisoners to escape as well. But Premonition, Sense the Unseen, just straight hostile scheme resistance. Let's do Heightened Senses. We're going Auspex. We're going in on Auspex. I thought we were going to do Dominate first, but we're going in on Auspex. I've convinced myself. We shall hunt from this woman. We could use that for sure. Right, let's go to him and try to convert him now. We will demand his conversion. That fixes his wife not liking us. Now they remain married in spite of the fact they no longer believe in marriage. And it cleans up their dislike of us quite a lot, which is pretty great. And neither one of them is pretty good on stats, but you know, we're not here for stats with these two. This is our warrior couple. They're for fighting. That actually brings us to another interesting question. How are our neighbors? So this guy is strong. He has about the same number of champions we do. The demon down here, he's also strong. There is this though. This guy. That's the France direction though. Are we thinking it? What we want to do the France direction? I mean, Burgundy is a much easier kingdom title to acquire than Italy is. Italy is filled with more strong vampires. But the good thing about Italy is that it brings us closer to our family, which means we might be able to join up with our family. I just don't know that there's any worthwhile fights to do in that direction. Testing against death is one thing, but just like randomly fighting people who will literally destroy you, that's not really our thing. Can we hunt from you? We can, and we will. Oh, I feel like we're doing pretty well. I don't know, though. He's a king? Oh. This is a kingdom. That's cute. We could take advantage of our alliance with our grandpapa, our sire, our father in the blood, to try to do this, but I don't think it'll work. If we have a direction where we could grow naturally towards becoming a king level person, like a stronger domain, it is more readily into Burgundy, I think. Eventually we would have to bump into the Courts of Love, though, and that's not a thing we really want anything to do with. It's a difficult question. Annoying company, who is this? Is some count over there? Okay, he doesn't like us. Is he making fun? Is he making fun of my endowment? We can make him a rival. We could start a murder scheme against him. We could say we're overreacting. No. We are not being insulted by this man. Bleeding out. So this courtier is bleeding out. I think the best one to take here for us is do it myself, because that represents me trying to test my knowledge of the body. And if she dies, no one cares about that. Now, if we look at our father here, our father in the blood, we can see that we probably won't suffer if he gets a little upset with us, so we'll be fine. So we'll let this happen. And we have saved her and gained a loyalty hook on her, which is good. And we also gained some valuable learning lifestyle experience for getting in there and coming to understand her body. Oh, sway Irish culture. The Irish are good people. No, we need... I'm sorry, but we're farming prestige off you, sir. We didn't know we were doing it when we started, but we are. She has melancholy. Ooh, that's nice. All right, let's find a new victim for our endless hunger. Let me see here. Here's a guest. Let's drink from him. Seems all right. Should I just do this? I do wonder if this is a good idea. I probably am strong enough to just do it myself. I won't be able to hold it. No, there's no point in rushing. I can't hold it myself anyway, so we don't need to sway him anymore. That's not a thing we need to do anymore. So we'll just get rid of that. Okay, let's continue to try to learn more of our powers. We're very close on choleric, but we're no longer getting choleric from our herd. We're getting close on melancholy, though. That's really nice. Phlegmatic. Sanguine. I can feel our power grow with every single night that passes. Blood. We will drink... melancholy. Always use melancholy. Let me see who's next. Who's next? The hunger is endless. Night after night. Endless. We feed. We continue. We feed more. We have 174 gold. We could be using that for something important. I think we checked before how much this would cost, but we will check again. Pious pilgrimage, if we were to go to Alexandria, would be 180. We need to hire a caravan master. She can do it. How old is she anyway? She's got plenty of years left. She's not going to die before we get her. Let's just, I guess, make it her. Do we want to make this safer, or do we want to test against... First of all, I don't know that this is right. I don't think we take the water. I think we go down the boot. I think we go down this way. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out a route here and see what we can get. We will lower our pomp down in order to make us able to afford it, and then we will increase our time by making it contemplative, because we like to spend our time on the road. We are the kind of person who prefers to explore, and test against death. Unlike most vampires who are sedentary, we love to move and learn, because that is a way of testing against death. Okay, I'm going to plan the route, and I'll be back when it is done. So this is the route we've planned. All of the dangers that are left are required dangers. They are there because they're actually in our landing places, and we don't want to avoid any of the places on our journey. This is going to be a long journey down through Italy, into Rome, to Sicily, to Malta, down to Alexandria, and then we're going to go through Egypt, and then we're going to come back and check out some locations here in Greece, and then return home by sea. We can afford this, and so we will do it. It will put us slightly into debt for a little while, like a couple of months, but that's just gonna have to be an acceptable outcome, and I think that is where we're going to put an end to this episode. Next time we will go on our grand pilgrimage to Alexandria. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this time spent with Lucretia as she challenges death. Soon enough, she will begin to unlock the secrets of her clan and the necromancy that is her blood's legacy. Goodbye for now.